Hello everyone, my name's Kevrock. I'm a musician, actor, writer, and director. Ever since I was about 6 years old, I've been incredibly fascinated with horror entertainment. Not only am I a fan of the present horror films, but I am also a huge fan of the classic horror films that most kids my age probably have never even heard of. So, being such a horror film fan, and a movie fan in general, I'm starting a 2-week special movie review series, where I review all my favorite horror films, from the classics to the horror films of the present. Welcome to Kevrock's 14 Days of Horror. Hello everyone, I'm Kevrock, and to kick off my 2 weeks of horror film reviews, I'm going to start with a classic. Welcome to my review of Dracula. Dracula is one of the most iconic horror movie monsters of all time. The story is about a vampire named Count Dracula, of course. He's a very kind and welcoming man. He's very nice to his victims, but eventually, he sticks his fangs into their neck and sucks their blood. This movie is in black and white. Most of the scenes are shot at night. There are bats, wolves, bees, and a creepy haunted castle. Plus, there's no music in this film, so when nobody's speaking, there's hardly any audio at all. But that all just sets up an incredibly creepy environment that's perfect for a vampire film. Now, Bela Lugosi, better known as Count Dracula, completely embodies this character. No matter how many remakes there have been made, and no matter how many actors have played this role, when you think of Count Dracula, you think of one person, Bela Lugosi. He is Dracula. That evil face that gives a blank, emotionless look is Dracula's creepiest feature. And it's something that no actor that has ever played this role in a remake has ever been able to recreate. And to this day, whenever I watch a Dracula remake, even the Hammer Dracula starring Christopher Lee, which I really enjoy, I can't help but feel like there's something missing. Okay, now moving on. This film begins with some guy heading up to Count Dracula's castle. Apparently, he's doing some kind of business with Count Dracula, or so he thinks he is. Now, the scene where the man enters Count Dracula's castle and they meet face to face for the first time is one of the biggest scenes in movie history. Now, while watching this part of the film, you see Count Dracula being very kind and very welcoming to this man. But at the same time, there's something about him that you just don't trust. Well, eventually, Dracula grabs the man and sucks his blood. This incredible performance by Dwight Frey as Renfield really shows how insane Dracula's victims go after he sucks their blood. Seeing this normal businessman transform into a complete psychopath is one of the scariest parts of this film. Now, Renfield is being held at an insane asylum with a bunch of other people that just went completely mad. Everybody just thinks he's a nut job, and nobody sees that these are the results of a vampire attack, except for Van Helsing. He's the one that figures it all out. Coming closer to the end of this film, you see Dracula, Renfield, and Van Helsing at their best. Dracula's scarier than ever, so is Renfield's, And Van Helsing couldn't be a better vampire slayer. He knows who he's dealing with and has no fear of Dracula whatsoever. I love the old-fashioned feel of this film. You don't need scary images, loud noises, or screams to scare you. Nothing needs to pop up or pop out. It's what's already there that scares you. The characters and surroundings itself. Overall, I'd give this film 5 stars. My favorite horror film of all time, and one of the greatest horror films of all time.